Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, are we always obligated to try to better ourselves? You see, in our society, people always say, well, you got to be part of society. You got to do your best. You got to get good grades. You got to get a good job. You got to get a lot of friends, make good money, be happy, get married, have some kids, pay your taxes, and retire happily because you've done all the good things in order to save so that you can have a comfortable retirement. Well, is that really the path to happiness? The path to being good? Do you really have to always strive to be better? Well, I think it's really up to you. I do think, kind of like in nature, because we are part of nature, even though we've transformed it so much, every little ant, just to use a metaphor, has its purpose. And not every ant is a soldier. Not every ant is a queen. Not every ant is the good worker. Sometimes people also are born sick. And sometimes people just don't have that want. And that's the thing, is why force it? It's kind of weird to say it. I like to push myself, but that's personally me. Now, as long as you're not hurting other people, as long as you're able to at least sustain yourself, because the thing is that if you are living in a society such as this, which is basically a city, well, there's a certain set of rules that need to be taken into account, which is you have to be able to pay your rent or pay your mortgage, and if you don't have a mortgage, at least pay your taxes and your bills, and get some food, buy some food, So if you're able to do these things and literally you're not hurting anybody, so at least you're able to fulfill these duties as being part of a society, well, then if you don't want to better yourself and you're completely fine living the way you are, you don't owe it to anybody else to better yourself. You can be the person you want to be, because in the end it's your life. And it's about doing the things that you like to do. If you like to spend all day playing video games, if you like to spend all day eating, if you like to spend all day just sleeping, well, that's your life. Now, again, if you do have a family, such as kids and a wife and stuff like that, well, then it goes back to the first point that I was saying. If you're not hurting anyone, you don't have to better yourself. But if you're not able to sustain them and keep the family life happy, well then you're not really doing what needs to be done, because then you're hurting people. So you need to figure out, as a human being, at least to be correct, how to get those bills, how to fulfill these duties, and then once they're fulfilled, once they're done, you don't have to better yourself. And that's the thing that also people don't always really take into account, is that they think that everybody has to be a millionaire, or everybody has to be a YouTube or Instagram celebrity, or always be on fancy boats and just show this kind of fake life, which honestly not a lot of people have, but everybody seems to have on the internet, because when you point the camera or you take a picture or make a video, well, you're basically just showing what you want to show. But you could have a green, nice hedge like I have right here, but then if you point it the other way, well, you have an ugly street and some dumpsters. But it really depends what you're trying to do. That's an illusion that's created by people on the internet. But again, I think if you have that drive, you will have that drive. you will just do it. Because a lot of people say, for example, I love going to the gym. That's my thing. I don't wait for people. I talk a little bit there, but usually I try to train as much as I can. And the thing is that people often tell me, well, it's hard. I don't like to go by myself. I need someone to go and then motivate me. I need a trainer. I need whatever. But the thing is you can have all the trainers and all the things you want. They'll show you the way. I'm saying if you have no idea on how to use stuff or machines or how to lift the weights and stuff like that, great. Like, take a trainer for a little while, because they're going to teach you at least the right form and how to use the machines. But afterwards, just train by yourself and get yourself to the gym, because nobody else is there to like really kick your butt. I mean, do you need to, like, as a kid, you have parents that are going to tell you, do this, do that, come on, clean your room, you got to finish your food, stuff like that. But as an adult, well, you're the parent, you're your own parent. I know it's easier for people to tell you exactly what's to be done, and that's why people seek, for example, a 9-to-5 job, I think, because it gives a lot of structure, and it gives also a guaranteed amount of money every 2 weeks or every month or whatever, however your pay is at your job. And that's the thing, is if you're doing that, if you are able to be happy that way, well, great, because now basically somebody has told you basically what to do, how to live your life, how to do the things that you want to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, out of simplicity, they will seek that, and they can still better themselves too within those jobs. There's nothing wrong with them, but it's much easier to have someone choose for you than you just saying no. Even though people are telling me this is what I should do, I believe that I can, with very hard work, get to this point. And that's the difference between someone who really wants to be successful and somebody who can be successful but doesn't want to really be like a business owner and stuff like that. But of course, if somebody is not willing to go into that whole 9-to-5 job and all that, well, what's going to happen is that then you got to auto-create yourself, and when you're auto-creating yourself, you're not getting any salary from anybody else. You have to create that income. So the risk is that, yes, you can create a lot of stuff, you can be highly successful in the way that society likes to say that we're highly successful because we make a lot of money, because that's how they measure it. But then at the same time, if you don't succeed and you fail, then you might have to close that business and maybe start all over again with something else, or at least temporarily go to one of those 9-to-5 jobs so that you can rebuild sort of income, sort of savings, so that then you can actually start something. Or you have that 9-to-5 job, and then afterwards in the evening you do a second job, which is basically your business, and once that succeeds, then you can quit your 9-to-5 and then make that second job the main one. So you see, there's different ways, but those are for people that really want to make those changes. What I'm saying again is, if you're not hurting anyone, if you're happy the way you are, this is your life. You do what you want with your life. It sounds counterintuitive because a lot of motivational videos on internet just try to say, well, you can do better, you can do this. But I'm just telling you, like, if you want to do better, do it. Just, if you have that in your gut, then do everything you can to do it. But if you're fine the way it is, I think it's okay too. I think just be the way you are. Don't hurt anyone. Pay your bills. At least do the minimum for that, and that's it. Just don't complain about it. Then that's the only thing I'm asking, or I'm saying that should be done. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.